All I'm saying is this isn't very freaking easy to even explain, but it isn't that hard to follow along, I hope. Alright, so, might have to stay tuned to part 2, but it's not that hard to set up this part. You're gonna need Streamlabs chatbot. Now what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna have numbers on your wall. So that's what you're gonna learn. That's what I'm trying, that's the goal, is to get you guys to be able to put the numbers on your screen and share off numbers and be able to maybe figure out how to manipulate them. It's not too hard. Might take you a little bit of time to learn a little few nits and stuff, and might have to learn something. So if you're watching this video, you're probably trying to learn how to do it. It's not super hard. Now you do have to install, and if you don't know how to find a link, I guess I'll leave it in the description if I have a comment saying, hey, where's the link? I don't know where to get your Streamlabs chatbot. Well, pretty easily, you just download it, Google search Streamlabs chatbot, and then it'll just be right there. Streamlabs.com/chatbot is where it's located. But anyway, so once you download it, you install it, you follow all the directions. If you don't follow all the directions and skip through it, you will definitely be having to go here and it generate token on this YouTuber thing. And if you didn't create a second channel, so you have a custom bot, that's what Nightbot is, another channel that you add a moderator on your thing and you use it and it creates it becomes your moderator and it glitches out, I think, sometimes. I mean, I don't know for 100% fact, but I mean, I've heard of it doing it. Let's see. Now, when you get to your other channel, you can do the same thing. Generate token, sign into the account. You can create another brand account. You don't have to have two separate accounts, two separate emails. You just can have your main account and your bot account. Bot account, you can put an icon on it. It's just like another account, just like your main account. Now, you want to make sure, you don't get these confused because it won't work right. Your YouTube is your main account, as it states. Your bot account is the one you want to use as your bot account. And that's step one. And there's all sorts of things you can come here. Currency counter. You can come up here to currency, and you can set the general settings. All the settings are right here on the main thing. You can turn it on or off. It'll tell you how many people have been in your chat. It's all right here, and you pretty much just go up to the very top corner where my mouse is. You see it up here floating, and you just do the settings to add the command. It's like if you want this to pop up and show the points, you can name it points, you can name it whatever the heck you want. You can put anything here as the response. The username is going to be the username. And if you want their channel ID, and you know that the link to the channel ID is going to be in your bot, it's going to have to be a moderator. So do not forget to go to your channel, or to basically, go to your channel, get the channel ID of your new created thing and make it a mod. Yeah, you go to your channel, go to the studio settings, and then you're going to make that channel a bot. If you don't do that, it won't work either, because it won't be able to drop links. And then the user, you just like this, you see here. So you can do that, and somebody can do that, and you can put hours or points to increase you can keep track of users that way that are in your chat. You can do giveaways, because you got all sorts of, giveaway. You can set up a giveaway. You can do a raffling. You can, if you know how to do the altered scripts, when there's the documentaries on the internet, I've already wrote these or altered the ones I got from Bear7 on GitHub, which I'll probably add the link in the description if I'm asked. But you can do an easy Google search for it, Bear7, and then it'll pop up on GitHub, and then you just go to Streamlabs chatbot. It'll have the scripts for there, and I have a whole bunch of them. And when you want to install this one, you got to make sure it's be up here where it says import. When you go here, there's not going to be anything here. And you can errors if something's not working right. If you're trying to play around with it, it shouldn't have no errors. But if it does, it'll tell you the error and tell you where it's kind of located at sometimes. But I wouldn't worry too much about settings, but you do actually have to worry about settings. Oh my gosh, good thing I looked at this. Now this, I'm going to have to click on that after I get done with this video because I don't want my API key out there. But yeah, don't share your API key with anybody. I'm not using it, but still somebody else could use it for something that you don't want. So you might want to, yeah, are you sure you want to generate API, get immediately disconnected and connected on clients? Doing so will turn and require your update and insert API key. Well, I'm not using the API key anywhere, so it doesn't even matter, but I will have to reset that so nobody use that. So mental note. Anyway, so this is the location you want to keep it default, but you do want to download Python also. It's another required program, but it's pretty simple. When you go get Chatbot, it's going to be there in the bottom. But to get it to work the way I'm doing, you're going to need number 15, excuse me. It gives you 13. Let's check the website real quick so we can make sure we are on the right page here. So Streamlabs Chatbot. Streamlabs/chatbot. Why isn't it auto-completing? That's getting annoying. Oh, wait, I already did that. Chatbot. Alright, so that's going to give you this, but you want 2715 for this to work. Note that, mentally note that. You definitely need number 15. So you click on this, you're going to download it right here, download. You're going to download this, you're going to install this, you're going to follow all the directions, and then you're going to download the Python version. And you can find the correct all releases and then go here because it does not contain one of the. I didn't go up too high because I didn't know if it was going to break compatibility with Streamlabs. I guess it's tested here. So I got version number. It's going to be in here, not in even alphabetical order. That's just retarded. It's 2 point. Everything's identical except for it was 2.15. It was 2 decimals up. Where are you? Okay, well, you can also do a Control F and do a quick search for. Was it 2715? 2715. So 2.7.15. Ah, there we go. Came out May 15. Okay, so you click on that. You go down, and which one you're going to want is this one. That's the one you're going to click on if you have Windows. Now, if they do, I don't think they have a version for Mac. I don't see a version for Mac yet. I don't see one, so you don't have to worry about the Mac. If you have a Mac, you're pretty much out of luck. I heard they're coming out with one, but it's not out yet. So it might be another version of a chatbot you can use if you have Mac, or you can use an emulator. There's an idea. You can use a virtual box and install Windows, and then you could probably do it if you have a really fast Macintosh computer. That's what you're into. You can do that. Yeah, you download this one right here. This is the one you're gonna click on. I'll probably go through the trouble. Maybe I'll put it in the description if you guys have trouble finding that. But yeah, you want to definitely have those two installed. Then you want to go, and like I said, GitHub would actually have the files, the default files, the ones that I didn't. But I'm gonna put mine after I show you the files for the scripts and show you how to get them to work. Just be aware because all the controls are at the top or not in a very good order. And hopefully my my mask the new mask is not bothering you too much. Let me see here. Okay, so you want to have all these installed. Make sure you don't forget it save if you're changing the cooldown. I do notice a glitch with some of it where it's like I know it's got to be time sensitive, but once you do have the scripts downloaded, like I said, from GitHub, or you get them from me, and I'll have the link in the file that I tell you for GitHub, because in there I'm pretty sure that all the files I have the link or where to find them and how to donate to them if it's in the description of their files. So click on this import little symbol right up here at the top, and this will tell you where you're going to put them. It's going to be blank. It's still going to pop up right here, import scripts, and so it's going to give you these things. You want to go to services, and then scripts, and then this is where all the scripts, and they're going to be in folders, and the scripts are going to look like this. Well, the script that I'm going to let you guys use is going to be in this folder, but I'll probably rename it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm really lazy. I am kind of like Yeah, I mean, I do need to like name it, but it's like I know what it is. I don't need to rename it. I know auto is auto, and then male, and then this was female voice. But I just copied it and made it so that it can have multiple things. So that's what I did here. But it, like I said, this is just a backup from a previous time when I was editing it that I know worked until I tried doing something else, because you can easily break these scripts there, especially if you're not familiar with Python, which I'm not familiar with Python, and it's not easy to work with. So it was a huge task to kind of figure out the syntax of it, because it's all in paragraphs, and that was what I didn't realize. It was paragraphs, like indentation tabs. It works on tabs, and everything's got to be lined up in the right order. Still kind of confuses me, to be honest. But anyway, so all these, you got a ton of free games you can install, and all the settings are really easy once you install those. So not only would you're going to have them to let you have this, what I've worked on, which took me, I don't even know how much time I spent on it. I just had a goal and I was going to get it done. And I still know there's bugs that I'm going to explain that maybe you guys can come up with a way of doing it. If you ever want to mess with programming, I recommend you backing it up, but you already know you can download it somewhere else. But backing it up just makes it a little bit more convenient. But this is the first script, the one script that I have edited, and then I'm going to share, because I don't want my link to my PHP server out there that I'm using, so that you can access it. If you use the same script while I'm live streaming, you're gonna all of a sudden have the same file as the way I got it programmed. Is like it looks to see if the file has changed or is equal to previous file. So if the file does equal the same, the contents of the file, it's gonna not do nothing. But if it does, if it has been changed, it's going to update. And it would not work very well if all of us were using it at the same time. So that's why you're going to need to get a PHP server, a free web hosting server with PHP, or a Google search a PHP. It's really simple. Just Google it. It's not super hard. Just make sure that this file and all the links, like right here, test.php, and the link that I give you, all of those files are in the same folder, and they're linked to that exact same folder where the PHP file is, because they won't exist. They'll be in the file where that is at. So I mean, it's just like a folder directory on your computer. It's going to be in the same location. But I know you guys know that. And kids keep slamming the dang door. Okay, so but yeah, here it is, right here. Here's the link. It's in the description of even this file. This is where you find the original scripts. I didn't really edit anything here, but this is the one. All these. I'm just hear this script. You want to get this script and edit this script. This has everything the way I did it, where it actually does it. I know there's a couple glitches where the timing, I think right here and here, where I put the timing and I put the if ands and the stuff. I mean, I was a little lazy, just didn't know if it was going to work right, but it ended up working right, so I never went back and changed it. But so this is where I went to do that. On this program, I'm not going to sit here and explain it this much, because you just kind of probably just want the script and just want to copy and paste. You don't want to teach yourself PHP at this time. So, I mean, all this stuff is kind of going to be like, if you want to change something, you do have to change something. You do have to change this to the exact link all the way to the parentheses. It's gotta be the HTTP all the way to the exact link of where you can access it on the actual web server. So you have to change that one. And I think that's the only location you have to be aware of, is line 102. And on the other file, you gotta make sure, because that's gonna be where your PHP server is. And I recommend you keep everything on the same directory, because I don't think it would work on your PC, and it would be kind of confusing. If you don't let me wrong, if you just use the same directory on your web server, or even if you have a web server on your PC, just use the same like local web server link that you're using, and you shouldn't have an issue. If you don't know how to set up a web server or set up a PHP server, so I'm sure you can. It's pretty easy. Just web server, and then they just easily have enable PHP. It's not that hard. That's got to be that's the easy part. The hard part is programming it. All right, so that's the one file, and I didn't want to open that. Why am I opening up voice mod? Damn it. Okay, I want to open up. Oh my gosh, you just get out of here. You clicked on the wrong thing. No, I don't want to update right now. I'm in the middle of trying to make a video. Dang, want to click on this. This is the file. I'm going to probably name it test because that's what it started working as. And then after you change test to something else, you have to change everything else around so it can find it. Okay, it's just like if I name another file in anywhere, I got to change it somewhere else. Because there's 3 files in this that make it operate. There's the PHP file, there's a script file, and then there's the HTML file, which is the final file, the one you're going to stick in. And this is where the file is going to be located. But this is the file that gets generated by the PHP file, so don't get that confused. This is what you have to put in the link to the folder, and it won't find this file until it gets created by the PHP script. So the PHP script, you might have to change the permissions of it, and I think it's 777 will work fine, or 775. It's got to be executable, and all this code is going to work. If it's not executable, it'll give you an error somehow, or it'll just won't exist. Yeah, it'll give you an error somewhere. I'm not going to go into all that right now, but you should, like, there might be a part 2 to this if I have to. But you should be able to get it to work on the PHP server. It's not that hard. All I had to do was put this in there, and my scripts worked. They just worked. They were writable because I put it as this key right here makes the file writable, not read-only or. Okay, so there we go. This is going to create the files. This is what creates the files that you need. That was going to be that get it or manipulated over here in your HTML. That's what's it's gonna pop up now. As soon as you name this, like I got it named Testa, whatever Testa. That's what you can name this file anything you want. But that's what it's gonna pop up as if whatever this file is. It's what it's gonna pop up, and you're gonna need to put this file at the end of the link of where it's located. I'm gonna delete this before I save the file and put it in a zip folder. But just know that the script is going to have the location of all the other files to use. But to get this to work, you're not going to want a whole bunch of scripts in there to figure out what this is, because this you can actually name this to something else. And I just do that right now. So it's like wall, and when I go like that, well, it's not going to show up in mine, but that's going to say the script name is wall, and it should pop up as wall over in here, and it should say wall instead of simple TTS. Simple TTS. See, the one I'm using is right here. It's called Simple TTS for Streamlabs Chatbot. And the script says over here Simple TTS. Okay, so that's not the place where I wanted to really do it. This has no point control. So it would be like wall TTS. So you can see it's on the wall. That's what I should have done. And just say file. So I'm going to put this in a zip thing. It's going to be located here, and you know the 3 files got to be located on a PHP server. Well, 2 of the 3 files have got to be located. One of them's got to be inside Chatbot, Streamlabs Chatbot, and you got to make sure if you want to change the cooldowns, you got to hit save. I usually refresh it. Sometimes you don't need to do that, but the reloading scripts sometimes help it work immediately. Excuse me, noise. I've been trying to get this done. There's a lot of cool things. I'll probably make another tutorial if you guys want to know. There's a lot of stuff I was messing with that I just got tired of working on, because it does take a lot of time to work on these, especially if you're not haven't been working on them and you don't know all sorts of shortcuts and don't know exactly what all this stuff means. So now I kind of do, so I could probably work on it a lot faster than I used to be able to, since I kind of understand what it is, but I'm still not fluent in it for real. So, okay, so I got that. You got to make sure, let's recap this real quick here. You want to make sure you change this one. I left the ends on these correctly, so it should be the file should be here. Just the location of the file is everything before the / up to HTTP, all the way to the colon. So don't worry about the question mark. Okay, so make sure you use that, and okay, so and everything else will work the same way. You can see where everything kind of pops up, and you can alter this. If you don't want that emoji there, you can paste another emoji. It might not actually. Yeah, I think I actually gave the older script to my friend. Okay, so this is the newest script. Oops. Yeah, because it has way more to it. As you can see this, it has a time cooldown. This is the cooldown for this first one. So you get cooldown duration, P9, P9, and this is where you set it down here. Alright, so you guys get it cooldown, user cooldown, add cooldown. That comes from over here, so you don't have to worry about changing that. Alright, I think I'm dragging on. I'm just trying to remember if I forget anything. And my kid's pounding on my dang door again. Never gonna get a video ever uploaded. I'm so sorry. Alright, yeah. Okay. Anybody want kids? Or just kidding. Need some earplugs. Oh my gosh. I think I got it all, you guys. I think I got it all. I probably know for a fact. I always like, oh wait, what about that? No, hopefully there's no more. There's only 3 files. I'm pretty dang sure. Well, they're the files that are in the folder for this. Then there's one file for the PHP script that writes 2 different files that automatically, once your PHP script is running, it'll write new file and in this file. So distracting. Yeah. Okay. No way I can do anything if I get it done the first try when they're actually distracted and not hyper. I don't know what they are eating. Probably gotta give them Oreo. They just ate Oreos. Alright, well I think I got it all here. Stay tuned for the next one, and maybe I'll show you how you know, this kind of stuff where I have a mask, and there's lots of masks. So maybe I'll show you how I got this to work with OBS. Oh my gosh, I forgot to get it fixed, the blurriness. I hate when it. And then I'll fix you the irritating things with the Logitech camera that they need to really freaking fix because it's annoying every single time. Anyways, future videos coming, future videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And forgive me for my pounding door kids. That's what they love to pound on my door. Where's my coffee at? Alright, where's my stop the stream button? Okay. You worm. Hope you guys stay calm. If you made it to this far. Oh, you guys have a good one. I'll try to add, if I have another tutorial, I'll have to work on those little things with the little tiles and stuff, so bear with me, because I could probably put like a, oh my gosh, did I really forget that part? In the next tile or something. Okay, stop.